here at my friend Maria and Girair's house and we are going to cook together. I'm excited. I'm inviting you to join me here at their kitchen. Good afternoon. We are here at Marcian's house. My good friend Maria and Girair are cooking for us and we are going to learn from their recipe. And Girair, thank you so much for doing this for us, for my audience. And Maria, thank you for preparing all this food and we are going to enjoy it today, all of us together. So Girair, tell me how you came up with this recipe. How did you learn it? Where did you learn it?
Well, it starts a long time ago. My cousin married a French woman called Yvette, and she cooked this for us once we were visiting them, and I liked it so much that she gave me the recipe. It's written by her handwriting.
Oh my God!
Right here.
Such a good memory.
And I keep it. Obviously, it's written in French, and I had to translate it in English so that we can.
And I always have a hard time,
understanding what is exactly.
Maria had to learn French in order to buy all these ingredients and prepare it for us.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it includes some wine. Therefore, we are trying our wine to see if that's going to be a good one for our
paella.
So, what calls for the recipe? What do we have here?
Well, obviously, paella is a Spanish dish, and the wife of my cousin, Vivette, had learned it from her Spanish friends. So, as you know, it is a seafood mix. It's a mixing of all kinds of seafood. They say even that paella means like whatever is remaining from the seafood, they drop it, leftovers. They drop it in the pot and then they create this marvelous food. We have here, as far as the ingredients, we have here some shrimps, some Spanish mussels, clams, and squid, prawns, and we can add to it some chicken and beef. But in this case, we're not going to do beef because we have guests that don't eat beef. Okay, and the main
the showstopper
on top of everything is these langoustines. Those are going to be tasting very good and looking very good also. And as you can see, as far as the
vegetables,
the remaining ingredients, we're going to use some tomato, some lemon to give it some Middle Eastern or Mediterranean flavor, rice, salt, pepper, and red pepper. And one of the major ingredients is saffron. This saffron is from India. Special from India, from our friends. They brought this to us.
And this is for a couple of paellas, I think.
I guess it will take a few flavors.
They can use this throughout their life.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Yeah. And here are some artichoke hearts and bell peppers, big bell peppers. We can use a green and a red bell pepper, but in this case we only have red. We're going to add some garlic and onions. These are the major ingredients, including some
Some
white wine.
Well,
cheers to
cheers
you.
to you guys.
And
Thank
Uncle
you
Ben's,
guys.
Yeah, the
rice.
rice is Uncle Ben's rice.
So cheers to you guys, and we are going to show you step by step how Girard is going to put this together. And Maria invited some guests too. Maria, tell us about your guests.
Yes.
Who did you
our
invite?
guests are actually
your
a friend of Gerard.
Gerard's client, I believe, right?
Yeah, client. But
Client, but our clients are our friends. Over
Of
the
course,
years.
over the years you become friends with your clients.
Yes.
And our clients become our dear guests. So they invited guests, and we are going to enjoy this with guests and as well as with you guys. So if you have time, prepare it and enjoy it with us. Cheers.
Thank you,
Cheers.
Margaret, for this opportunity. So I think this is a great opportunity to
To bring us
happen.
together.
to keep the memory of
Of
me
the
preparing this.
recipe.
Yes,
There's a
of
story
course.
behind it. And
There is
we
a
really-
story. We remember
Yes.
your cousins. I remember my friends who invited me to a paella dinner in 1985 when I was visiting friends for the first time. They live in La Ciotat, and they took me to bordering villages. I believe the name was Al, if I'm pronouncing it right. And we went to a Spanish restaurant, and that's where we had the paella. My first experience with paella. Okay, but in America, it will be my first one with Girard. So,
All right,
cheers.
cheers. Cheers.
Okay, Girard, what are we doing now?
Hey, we're cutting off in pieces the chicken that we're going to include in the paella.
Okay,
So-
so it's not going to be all seafood. It's going to be chicken, seafood.
And we can also add veal or even beef. Some filet, small pieces of filet.
And thank you for cooking this for us.
Oh,
this
it's a
is
pleasure.
so exciting. The table is set. Maria had prepared and she purchased everything for us.
Yeah, without her, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Thank you, Maria and
Pleasure.
Girard. Yeah. What part of the chicken are we using, Girard?
Oh, those are legs, right, Maria?
Yeah, the dark meat, the thighs.
Uh-huh.
And I chose, to get the boneless ones.
Yeah, we can go with drumsticks too. Sometimes it's easier because it holds better. Now, what we're gonna do with these, we're gonna fry each one of those separately. Each ingredient will be fried separately before going into the big pot of the paella. We're cleaning the seafood, just washing them through thoroughly before we spice them and prep them for including them in the paella pot.
I had 8 paella before, but the
Yeah,
time I
we gotta-
did it, it was like 1985, my first time. A friend of mine, they live in France,
Wow.
and they invited me to paella dinner, so we went out to the restaurant in a Spanish side of the France. So
Oh.
it was a border. It's called Avon.
Where our recipe is
Yeah. From there, from Spain.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
The recipe that I'm using is from
Spain. From France.
well, actually,
From
originally
From a relative who is
my cousin. Yes, my cousin who is married to a
Spanish.
French lady.
French,
Yeah,
from the
her name
Spanish
is
side
Yvette.
of the France.
Yeah. So, and Yvette's parents are mixed French and Spanish. That's why she has this recipe. So
Every
the
time,
recipe has
we
more
cook-
Spanish touch to it. Obviously, the food is Spanish
So this
anyway.
is like French-Spanish version of the paella.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. With
And you
some.
learned it from a French cousins.
That's right. Cousin's
Why?
wife.
And I learned it from my friend Monique who lives in France. And they invited me to dinner. I remember it, Monique, up until today.
So we remembered Yvette now.
I remember you guys
Yeah.
many years later.
Thank
it
you.
was in 1985. I remember my first visit to France.
Merci.
And my first
Merci beaucoup.
and my first paella dinner with you guys. Well, thank you. Thank you for
Hello, friends.
remembering me this whole experience.
Thank you, Margaret, for
Those
are-
giving us this
Now those are
opportunity.
squids that we're gonna slice and put inside the
We
paella
have a
also.
small and
Large ones
yes.
also. Yeah.
Okay, so we're
We're gonna
cutting
cut them
everything.
up. We're washing them up.
And Giro, how do we know if it's alive or it's not alive? How do we determine?
We made sure that they are, because the way you try it is if you tap on it, and if it is alive, it
It
will
will
open.
open,
Yeah.
yeah.
If not, it will not. So we toss them away. Yeah. But we kept them alive from the time we purchased them, and so that they can breathe, we left the bags open so that they can breathe.
Okay, now we're doing the.
Langoustines. Those are
Langoustine.
the small.
This is going to be the showstopper pieces
That's right.
on the paella.
Those are it.
We did our introduction. Now we are going to move to the next step, and the next step is Shirai.
To start seasoning the ingredients that we cleaned, washed, and they're ready to be seasoned, so that we will be then going to start cooking them. And you're going to see later on that we're going to cook every ingredient separately in olive oil. Where's the olive oil?
So we are going to
Yeah,
saute.
we're missing olive oil.
So
Yeah.
we are going to saute everything. Then we are going to put everything together.
That's
and then cook it together.
That's right.
Okay,
And
let's
the
get
reason
started.
we're going to saute them, because you want all
Olive
these
oil.
ingredients to stay, okay, yes, the olive oil is necessary, to stay separate, that you don't want them to melt into the pot of everything. Although the flavors are going to be there, but you're going to feel that, oh, the chicken is separate, the shrimp is separate, so you're going to feel each ingredient separately.
From this point on, I think it's going to be just organizing
Seasoning and putting it together.
together.
Cooking.
And cooking time is like an hour.
How long
Yeah.
does it take?
About an hour plus, depending on the
plus.
size. This is going to be a larger one. I think it's going to take an hour.
Okay, let's
So
start.
let's start. Yeah. And here's the shrimps. Let's put some salt, pepper. Very simple. But it depends obviously how spicy we can have. How are the other guests? Will they like spicy?
Oh, they love spicy.
Okay. So
The
we'll
other
go-
guests are my sister and my brother-in-law.
That's right.
Yes, they like spicy. And
So let's go.
Actually, Garine is your sister.
yes, that's how I was introduced to Maria. That's how I know Maria through my sister. My sister became friends with Maria because kids were friends.
Exactly.
From
Our
school.
boys are. She has two boys, and we have two boys.
And I've seen Maria many times and Gerard many times, but you know where I've seen them? When we went to April 24.
Yes, for
March.
March.
Every time we went to April 24 March, my sister keep on introducing me to Maria and Gerard. I knew them by face, but I didn't know them as closely. But just recently, Maria and myself, we started going. You go ahead and do your seasoning.
Yes, I'm doing it.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll keep our audience
So
entertained.
you'll know also how we met.
So everybody will know how we met. So Maria and I, we joined, should we say, Weight Watchers? Even though we don't go there that often, but we join the Weight Watchers and we go there, we have coffee, we enjoy ourselves. It's in a nice hotel in Calabasas. And after the Weight Watchers, we go to
the
gym,
gym.
and we do swim every week.
Every
Friday. Every Friday we swim. But lately, because of the holidays, we even don't
And
do
the
that.
rain, come on.
And the rain.
Yes.
But we do swim rain or shine. But we've
Yes,
swam a
that's
lot of times.
I
when
mean,
it
we
rains.
look forward for this Friday gym class.
Yeah, we look forward to it. And our teacher, Alicia, she's Russian and she is the best.
Yes.
Can you
She's
testify to that?
Full of fun.
She is full of energy and she's very professional in what she does, and we enjoy her class very, very much. We also take yoga class, and our teacher Amy, if she's going to watch this video, I don't know if they do, but they are the best. We love the teachers, therefore we try not to miss any of the classes, right?
Yes.
Unless we're out of town or we have other events to go to. But
And by the way, thank you for always receiving the positive texts, you know, encouraging,
we do
motivating.
encourage. Yes, we do encourage
And
each
Karina
other.
too.
And my sister is the biggest motivator, and she always pushes us. And we're enjoying each other's company. And we also have another friend, Ani Maksarejan.
Cheers to Ani.
Cheers, Ani, to you. I met Ani through my sister too. And we all go to the same gym. We all enjoy the same things once a week. It's okay, you go ahead and do what you have to do. As you can see, Gerard is preparing everything and we are enjoying talking here. Gerard, you can delegate to us. You can
one
do
by
things
one,
for
he's seasoning them. Do you want me in the meantime cut the onions maybe?
If you
Maybe
want
we
to
should
start.
start cutting some of this stuff. All right.
Yes, if you can, yes.
Okay, we'll try to help you, Gerard. While you're doing this. Okay, let's go cut some onions and peppers. Okay, I'll cut the peppers, you cut the onions.
In a specific way, I'll show it to you.
How about the garlic? How many cloves?
Huh? 4 or 5, yeah. Let me see. Half, yeah.
Half?
Please, we can use those.
Okay.
Okay. So far
Okay,
we've
I'll
done
put this
this.
aside and then you show me how to do it and then I'll continue doing it.
Okay. From now, let me finish with the chicken. Let me show you how we should be cutting those tomatoes, and those
Pepper.
obviously pepper have been washed. The idea is, may I have the large knife, please?
Yes, you
I'll
can
bring-
take this one.
All right. These peppers, we need to cut them in a specific way. The whole idea is this dish is going to cook for a long time, and you don't want meat and or other ingredients, rice and whatever, touch the base because it will burn. So therefore, these are going to be like cut in rounds like this, so that it holds everything on top. So those are going to be the base, and the tomatoes also. Those are going to be the base, and you're going to put the ingredients on top of it. They're going to
so
cook, and the water is going to be underneath that.
It's a
So it's
heat
protect-
barrier.
That's
It
right.
becomes the heat barrier and it doesn't burn the food.
That's right. That's the whole idea. So that's why we need to kind of almost half an inch.
So you're going to cut it in thick slices, right?
Yes.
Yeah, half inch. Okay, you're doing a
Like
good
this.
job, Jira. Continue. I was going to help, but
Well, you can with the tomatoes also. We're going to do the same because
Okay.
the bottom of this whole thing is going to be tomato and the pepper,
okay.
bell peppers.
Okay, I will continue the tomatoes, cutting it in circles.
Yeah.
My glass sauce.
Is this enough, Jerome?
Yes.